This project involved the Highways for Life program sponsored by the FHWA, and part of that program required the use of precast substructure elements as a means of speeding up construction to minimize the disruption to traffic on I-85. And we're in the process right now of setting the first precast elements. To facilitate delivery of the precast columns at each day we take delivery, we put a lane closure in at 9 o'clock in the morning. The columns are delivered, they're offloaded from the trucks and set on the ground, and then once the trucks leave, the lane closures are removed, so the disruption to traffic is kept to a minimum. This morning we took delivery of 4 columns. We had our lane closure in for about an hour and a half. So the disruption to traffic is really minimized by utilizing this process. The columns were cast by Hanson Pre-Stressing in Pelham, Alabama, and they're hauled to the site just by conventional tractor trailers. We've been setting 2 columns a day for the past couple days. Today we've taken delivery of 4, and we're going to try to set 4 columns today. This process is as new to us as it is to everybody. This is the first time precast substructure has been used in the state of Georgia on a bridge project. So we've been going through the process slowly, trying to go through the learning curve and develop an efficient way to erect this precast.
Beams were manufactured at Hanson in Pelham, Alabama. Today we're setting one particular type of beam, and it's called a T-bub, and weigh 104,869 pounds, about 52.43 tons. They're 131 feet in length. Today we had a pretty productive day. Each span, and we're on span 3 now, has 14 beams. Today we were able to set 7. In the span of about 6 hours, we've set 7 beams and accomplished a good bit of work. We have 2 units in the substructure that are precast. They're columns and they're caps. They have been a very helpful time saver as far as like the progress of the bridge. Today we're on superstructure. The precast columns and caps are called substructure. And we've had the experience where we put up 4 columns in one day. So in other words, in a span, we can put up, within 3 days, 4 days at the most, we can put up an entire span of columns and caps. The other part of that are footings, and usually they take a little time because we have to form them up and put steel in them and pour them before we can install the columns and caps. But the precast, the experience I've had with them thus far, they're a time saver as far as the work, the progress of the work, and the interruption of traffic as far as the general public goes. It's enhanced immensely. The precast, in my opinion, has cut the time of constructing this bridge immensely. We started out here very beginning of February. And like I said, we have, the bridge is approximately 380 foot in length. And we put up pretty much every bent, and now we're on the superstructure. And I mean, it's just fantastic as far as time goes. You could never see this with forming up and pouring the way we usually do. So yes, I'm very impressed with the precast.